Hey everyone, I'm Sara Marshall with musketfire.com, and today we have a very special guest in the house, none other than Patriots legend Vince Wilfork, to talk some Patriots football, plus his new project with Kingsford to officially teach Jason Kelce how to slow down and create memories around the grill as he begins his retirement. You can check out the hilarious new video on Vince or Jason's social media channels out now. Welcome, Vince. How are you today?
Yourself.
I am great. I'm so excited to meet you and to talk with you about all things Patriots, all things Kingsford. So, because I have you here, I have to ask you about the Patriots, of course, because you were such a big part of the Patriots' success during your career, winning two Super Bowls and becoming a five-time Pro Bowler. I have to ask you about all the changes that the team has undergone this season or off season, excuse me, especially the naming of your former teammate, Jerod Mayo, as the successor to Bill Belichick. Since you spent 7 years playing alongside him, do you think Jerod is the right guy for the job?
I do think he's the right guy for the job because you got to understand, like I tell people all the time, when Gerard was a rookie, he was drafted first round.
Mm-hmm.
He came in as a captain. He was a first year captain, and he was a quarterback of the defense. So everybody knows middle linebacker. It's the quarterback of a defense, and that's what he was. And you got to understand, he had guys around him, veteran guys around him with leadership qualities, but he was the one that was Captain Bill saw in him. So I knew right then and there that he would have a successful career, not only career going into the coaching field, being able to being able to be coached and
Mm-hmm.
drafted from the greatest coach of all time, and now all of a sudden he's in the driver's seat. I think that is the perfect situation to be in because I think where he's at in life, with his age and his ability to touch these kids on a younger scale, I think Bill kind of didn't have that because Bill was so old school.
Mm-hmm.
But I think right now he is the best situation for us to be in, and I think he'll be fine.
And it's funny because everybody is saying that so far. Like the players already bought into everything that he's doing. They seem like so excited. I mean, they were talking about wanting to play for him before Bill was even let go this offseason. Last year, they were excited about wherever Mayo landed. They said they wanted to be there. And he's kind of in a unique situation that not many coaches are ever in because he played in New England for his entire career, was coached by Bill Belichick. Then after retiring, he began his coaching career working with and learning from Bill Belichick. Now he's given the reins to a historically successful franchise with very high expectations. So, what kind of coach do you think he'll be?
Gerard had to have his own flair. He had to be able to take everything he learned in the coaching world, being up under Bill Belichick, stuff that he won and some stuff that he want to change and make it his own. I think a
Mm-hmm.
lot of coaches have problems when they leave from up under Bill Belichick and they go somewhere they want to be Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
I think Gerard's going to take a different approach. He's going to take some pick and choose what he want to take from what he's learned, but also bring his own flair to the game. And I think part of that flair to the game is he can understand and he can relate more than
Mm-hmm.
Bill could at this point in his career. So I think that alone is going to get his players to play for him. And it's going to be, I think he's the right man for the job. It's going to take some time because we're in the rebuilding stage. So
Mm-hmm.
we drafted the quarterback, three overall. So it's going to take some time to groom. But I think he is the best decision that we did. I think he's the one for the job.
I'm really excited. I know there's a lot of people that are a little bit nervous because they're not patient. You know that the situation that they're in, you need to give it time. And, that's sets them up for success long term instead of trying to do it all right this second. And like you said, you mentioned Drake May. What do you think about his fit with the team? Did you like the pick?
I love the pick. I mean, I think this year quarterback draft was pretty strong, and I
Hmm.
think if you needed to try to find a franchise, this was the year to do it. And I think they did what they had to do. I really like him. I like what he brings. I like his attributes. I like his size, and I like the person that he is. He's very coachable. He
Hmm.
loves his teammate. He loves the game, and he works hard. So I think. it'll work out. It'll take time. That quarterback position is pretty tough. And I think, with offensive coordinator in Van Pelt, I think he will be okay. So I think we're going to shock a lot of people this year. Even though we're going through a rebuilding stage, I still don't think it'll be like they're going to go 0-18. That's not going to happen. You're going to see a
Yeah.
different ball club. You're going to see a young club. It's going to look different. But you're going to see little promises here and there. And it's just you have to build. So we have to have the patience, and sometimes we run out of patience. And
Hmm.
it's like you're on a 2 or 3 year deal. If you don't get it done, we got to find somebody else that will. This isn't college. It's
Yeah.
the teams that are successful, they stay in it for the long term. And those teams you see being successful and having winning records time and time again. So I think it's just a starting point, and I think the organization knows that, and I think they know that Jerod is the right guy. So we just got to have the patience and let it all unfold, and hopefully everything will work out how we all see it.
Yeah, I think they're in a better situation than they have been for
Yeah,
the last few years.
yeah,
Obviously, we knew once Tom Brady left, whenever it was, unfortunately, it was a lot sooner than I think a lot of people wanted. We knew that the team was going to be in a tough spot because not really any team has ever been in a position to have a quarterback playing at such a high level for such a long time. So you
yeah.
knew it wasn't going to be great right away, but I feel like they're definitely on a better path now, and it feels like they're trying to instill the Patriot culture still, but a little, like you said, a little more flair to it, and building a young hungry team. You can tell that they're already eager to play and to play hard for Mayo, which I think is a nice it's a nice beginning for a new head coach, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, you got to understand change is scary,
Yeah.
but with change, you have to have trust, and guys have to believe in one another. And I think Gerard's going to earn their trust. Guys that been there while he was a coach, they understand what they're getting into. So I think it's just a time thing where everybody got to understand that we in this process we're in it together. It's
Mhm.
not just Gerard, the new head coach. It's new guys coming in. That locker room it looked totally different, from a year ago. Every year it's turnover. So they have to understand that. And I think, between the top guys from the crafts and the organization down all the way down to the garage, they understand that. It's going to
Mhm.
take some time. It's going to take some rebuilding. Relationships have to be built. You're going to have to teach new stuff. You have new coordinators coming in. You have a new system and scheme stuff going. So it's going to take all of them, not just one person. It's just not on the quarterback. It's on every individual because it's so much turnover. So
Yep.
they have the quicker they can get on the same page, quicker they can start chipping away at becoming a better football team. And I think that started in mini camps. And I think you have to go through training camp and get ready for the season and see what you have. So I think Gerard is the right guy to be in the driver's seat. He's going to manage it well, and he's going to be fine.
I agree, and I don't know if you saw, but Antonio Gibson, was signed in free agency this year, and he had already talked about how unique the locker room is in New England, that they're all like brothers, that they're very close, and that's kind of a new situation for him. So I think it's nice to hear that. The Patriots locker room has always been discussed in that way, at least from what fans are hearing, but I think it's even more crucial for that to be happening right now because of such significant changes. I already mentioned Tom Brady leaving. That was a huge loss. Bill Belichick leaving, even if people thought it was the time for it to happen, that's a huge change. So the fact that the locker room is coming together and working so well, I think that's going to set them up for more success than, the way other teams might have dealt with such big changes.
Yeah, I mean, the locker room is everything. If the locker room can't be on one accord, it's done. And
Hmm.
for them to say, hey, it feels like a family, it feels good, that's a great sign. That's a great sign to start with. Long as we can stay there, keep the locker room at the brotherhood and you plan for one another, because it shows. When you play for one another, it shows on Sundays.
Hmm.
It shows when you go out as a team and you fighting for your brother that's next to you, you holding each other accountable, you're responsible. It shows. I think the
Hmm.
last couple of years, we kind of see the division. We didn't play together as a team or like a brotherhood. And that was something that we were built on
Yeah.
of holding each other accountable. And when we enter this field, we won. I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to hold you accountable. You guys are going to hold me accountable. I think the past couple of years, we kind of missed that. So I think now we're getting back to that point where it starts in the locker room. It starts with us as the players, and we want to make it work from us. It doesn't matter what's going on outside of this, but as long as we play together as a team, we'll be fine. And I think they're on the right track.
I am with you. So thank you for answering all of my Patriots questions. I could talk to you all day long, but before I let you go, I have to ask you about Kingsford and all the yummy dishes that you can make with your grill. Since the 4th of July is right around the corner, we have summertime. Obviously, that means that it's time to light up the grill with Kingsford. I need to know what your favorite barbecue dishes are to make.
Well, I'm a meat guy, so I'm doing ribs. Either it's
Mm.
pork or beef. I'm doing chicken. I'm doing pulled pork. I can do sausages. I could do steaks. You name it. I would throw it on the grill with the quickness. But Kingsford.com, you can come check us out. You can check recipes out there. Me and Jason Kelce partner up with Kingsford, and I'm excited. He's retired now, so I'm teaching him the ropes, what it is, what it means to be retired. And there's nothing like Kingsford Charcoal, the original champions. But we both champions.
Yep.
So to be the best, you have to deal with the best. And then when it comes to charcoal, there's no better people out there than Kingsford, the original champions. So we are very, very thrilled to be a part of the Kingsford family, and we're looking forward to all that comes with it.
I'm excited to see. I have to go watch the videos and see what you guys are up to. So, thank you so much, Vince, for chatting with me today. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to meet with me to talk Patriots and, of course, Kingsford. And can't wait to see what happens with the Patriots.
We'll see. Fingers crossed. So thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And don't forget, everybody, go Pats.
Go Pats.